join words. Lately, forming words has been like churning butter. Slow, laborious, somewhat greasy, and once the task completed, spread too far between the lines. Before, words came to me like silver fish downriver, and all I had to do was stretch my hands and spread my fingers in the current, alliterating languorously in the stream of sentences and assonance as they slipped by in onomatopoeic decadence. There were so many then, so many soft, unspoken dreams, that in my ignorance it seemed they had no end and no beginning. So I simply let them pass, and revelled in the glut of them. I wasn't to know then that, truthfully, it couldn't last. And now I miss them desperately, the rounded ooh of vowels, bittersweet tastes of consonants and rhyme, layers of double meaning falling like moth cries into adjective, myths I seemed to fuse so easily with the poetry of life. But I take no solace in wringing out syllables from your sadness, only grief, and a lingering, lasting guilt, a disbelief, refusal to accept the verse is over. And it feels like a bereavement when they chime, a tinny, empty voice that's set against the skies and lacking resonance, the guttural gong of the before. Before what? I wonder absently. And it seems funny how a broken heart can only serve for cannon fodder when it's mine. And I can find not one small scrap of beauty in the knowledge that I am going someday soon to break your heart. So for many months, I've left the words unformed, uncaptured, watched them running fast along the river, yearning for the wonder of the sea as they flow by. It does no good, and still I feel their nearness more than I suppose I rightly should for one that loves so desperately that sometimes it's like drowning. Occasionally I go under, and I get swept out to sea, and I can spend hours raging in the tides, struggling endlessly and pointlessly against the surge and swell of every line. But not today. The river beckons in the quietude, and all is calm if drenched in sun, if tinged with a sad foreboding. How many myths begin with water? I find myself submerged, gone in up to my breast in the translucent shallows, and feel the waters rush against my skin. And I give in. I stretch my hand. I feel the fragrance of that final sentence. Just a moment. Test its weight. And it feels rounded, smooth and feather-light, considered, strange and bare, pulsing with life. I let it struggle in my fingers as my lips form empty words in empty air, and then release them. Loose them in the slipstream of the current, let them pass again. Just words, unheard, unsculpted, left for another day to find, and still not knowing how I'm going to shape them, when at last I must, when it is time.